Hi everyone, this is Rosa bringing you Deer Families, a docu-series dedicated to the observation and study of the whitetail deer that live in the rapidly developing town my home is in. It is early December here in Central Texas, and rut has ended, but rut, which is the mating season for deer, has ended. But there are still some younger deer with high hormones that are chasing does. For the most part, the chasing has stopped. Here we have Liam, who just snacked here on some carrots, and Lana, and as you can see, he's not chasing her. The older buck are not chasing so much anymore, and the herd after rut comes together for winter. And Lana was getting chased by this younger buck over here. He's got higher hormones still. I interrupted the chase probably by standing right in the middle of their area where they run. They live in the green spaces around my house, and we're here in my side yard. Here's Liam looking at that younger buck. He's a very sweet buck in this neighborhood. I've gotten to know him pretty well. He comes to my back patio for his favorite snack, which is carrots. And this younger buck I know a little bit, but not real well. He came here during rut, but this was not his home range before rut. This is Liam's home range all year round. I've seen him here all year round. But the bucks travel out of their home range to find does, depending on how many does live in their area. If they have a lot of does in their home range, they won't travel, but that's during rut only that they do the traveling. That's when they're looking for their mate. And rut is end of August through end of November. So I heard today that one of my local residents in this town spotted a coyote. So that was interesting to me. I had seen foxes in this town, but not coyotes. And that made me realize these deer have not only traffic to be worried about and people feeding them corn or wheat-based products which kills them, like Cheerios. A lot of people feed them Cheerios and deer corn, and those kind of products are poison for the deer and they die from that. People do that meaning well, but it's just not being mindful of their dietary needs, and it ends up killing them. So I thought food poisoning and traffic was the main killer out here, but actually they battle other predators like coyotes as well. So makes me have a lot of respect for these guys, what they endure and live through. As you can see, Liam has an injury in his left hip and knee. I believe he was in a car accident and survived it a long time ago. He's healed, obviously, but it's amazing with that injury that he's able to survive all the conditions they live under. So coyotes and car accidents and food poisoning. He's an older buck and he's survived throughout it all. It's pretty amazing. I have a lot of respect for him. Not to mention winter time is not fun for them. So let's see. He's walked down the hill and onto the golf course. So let's see who's still here. It's a pretty cold day for Texas. We're in the 30 to 50 range today. So some news I wanted to share with you all as well. Ethan, his mom, Shae, has disappeared. It's been about a week since she's been around, and this is her home range. It's very unusual for her to not be here each day. So I'm afraid somebody gave her deer corn and it killed her, or a car or a coyote got her, but I'm still keeping my fingers crossed that maybe she'll reappear. Her baby Ethan over here almost died of corn toxicity. He pulled through miraculously. Corn toxicity is a disease they get when they're fed corn or wheat products. It has numerous names, but since usually corn is the culprit, one of the names is corn toxicity. But he survived it, and he was with his mom every single day since he's just a 6-month-old buck. And so if he ate corn, I saw it in his diarrhea, so I know it was corn. If he ate it, and it's very likely his mom got it too. I don't know who's feeding them that, or I'd give him the heads up that it kills him. So this is Ethan over here. Look how great he looks. He survived that. Isn't that amazing? But I'm afraid somebody is right behind me. Let's see who that is. It was Kyla. So, yeah, I'm afraid his mom got a hold of that same food source and didn't make it. But I keep her in your prayers if you all see this. Her name is Shae. She's been in a lot of my previous videos, and she's gone missing for a week. That's a long time. So they're all going into this empty lot over here that they spend a lot of time in. I just wanted to capture Liam's visit. The bucks are on the move a lot, and they visit like once a week. This family of does, Lana and Kyla, and they're young. Shae's young. Shae used to be with them. Oh, there's a car coming. Thank goodness they slowed down for her. So, as you can tell, she has an injured hoof, but she gets around amazingly. She's very agile with having an injured hoof. But these does, they're here all year. Now they went back to their spot, and here's a young buck that's been visiting me a lot today. He's been wanting fruit snacks, carrots and apples, but he kept getting interrupted by bigger bucks. They'd come by and want them, and he'd run away from the bigger bucks. So I think I'm gonna cut him up a carrot. He's been patient, waiting for his share. And I'll be back with you all more soon. Please keep Shae in your prayers. Maybe there's a chance she's just gone on a journey and she'll be back. I hope that's the case. She's extremely smart. She's a very smart doe, and she was the warrior of her family. She did most of the territory battling for her family of does, which helps them maintain their home range. They battled other doe families for this home range. I have previous videos on that, so she's very strong. And I'm really surprised that she would go missing, and very smart. I've seen her save her nephew's life very quick. She was the toughest, the biggest, and the quickest of her family. So I would think she would have no problem surviving compared to some others. So I hope she just went on a journey and she'll be back. And please keep her in your prayers. Shae, the female warrior doe who is much loved by her son and family, Lana and Sharon, the other adult does. So here we've had another buck walk up, and I don't see him very often either. The bigger bucks come by about once a week or twice a week, and I've gotten familiar with the main bigger bucks that, see, he's going to start backing away now. They do that. They give the bigger, older bucks the right of way and first dibs on snacks. But I've gotten familiar with the adult bucks that share this home range. He's one of them. He comes by so infrequently, I haven't named him yet, but Liam and Denver are the other two. And this older buck, he's just been here about 4 times, but that's enough to be named, and I realize he is one of the adult bucks sharing home range. So I need to name him. But he's walked off. See, he's not as interested in food as the other buck are. Liam stayed here for about 5 minutes snacking on carrots. This buck must know that because he hasn't completely run off. So he's not as worried about taking food from that older buck. So I'm going to go cut him up some carrot snacks. Think of a name for this buck that's becoming a more frequent visitor. I just noticed there's another deer behind him in the distance, and I wonder who that is. It's I don't know if y'all can see. They hang out in these empty lots. The weather is so cold that I have gloves on and I'm not having a steady view, so I apologize for that. It's harder to control the camera with gloves on. But I wonder who is back there that he's interested in. He's looking at her. Could be Lana or Sharon. So I was going to end this video, but I lengthened it because I keep seeing more deer. So after rut, the whole herd comes together, and we're in that time now. So I'm seeing them all together rather than a few at a time as they court. That's what I was seeing before. I was watching their courting, and I shared some videos of that, but now I see them all together hanging out, which is a nice sight. But I have a lot of respect for these guys surviving through difficult weather and predators like coyotes, car accidents, food poisoning, which I've learned is a way bigger killer than I ever would have dreamed of. But if you see this video, please share my other video with friends that's titled Corn Kills Deer. It is a huge problem, and it's just a mistake that could easily be fixed. It's just a misconception out there that you can feed deer corn. You really can't. It kills them, and some survive, but they get terrible internal permanent damage from it. So it's best to stay away from any wheat products or commercial products like Cheerios, because that's another food poisoning culprit that people often give them. Please let people know there's no need to make their life more difficult, and it's a terrible way to die from food poisoning. It's awfully painful. You can see it in my previous videos on Ethan battling corn toxicity. It's a terrible thing to go through, or to cause another thing to go through. But the ones that do survive through all of it, they're tough and deserve a lot of respect. And they lose their loved ones, and I know that's hard. I see how much they love each other by the affection they give one another. They're very affectionate towards each other. Shae and her baby Ethan were so affectionate and loving together. So the fact that his mom has disappeared is hard on him and his family. I'm going to go ahead and end this video now and cut this young buck up some carrots. I hope you all are having a good day and enjoying the nature and the wildlife around you. Bye-bye from Rosa with Deer Families.